which are the best boxes for the Imperium in Dystopian Wars to buy. Hello everyone, welcome for another video of Love and Wargames, and today we are covering the Imperium at last in our series of tier list of what to buy, what are the best boxes to buy. As we progress, we learned that there is going to be a 4th edition of Dystopian Wars, but even though it means our balance is going to change and what was strong is maybe not going to be as strong and vice versa, still good thing that we covered this play like this tier list, even those in the past, not by the what is meta right now, but in terms of collection. Which boxes are the best deal, which give you more variety, which give you more options, etc., and how to best combo them and be like, okay, those are those you really need to have your core collection, and those maybe you will never use them. So that's what we have been doing for the other factions, and we're going to do it even more now, because probably the balance is going to change. Currently, Imperium has always been at least one of the top 3 factions in the game in terms of power. Always, it's never been down. And right now, even though there are some factions that are maybe stronger and everything, it's still one of the easiest factions to play and one of the strongest one. They're just too great. Like, they are very elite in their profiles, but they're not so expensive. So it's a balance in the sense they have crazy weapons. They are quite durable. They are fast. They have insane boarding, brilliant special rules. They have all the special rules in the world. We have this joke in our little gaming circle that does this faction have, which faction have this power? And we say, okay, this faction and the Imperium. This faction has a great boarding and the Imperium. Voltaic, yeah, or electrical, like all the weapons always go for a specific faction and the Imperium. It's a common joke. Of course, they are not super OP, otherwise they have been nerfed because they used to be way too strong. Now they're just very fun. We will cover all the boxes. As I've just said, it's not a screenshot of the meta, it's more like what are good pieces to buy in your collection. We're gonna check the price, of course, what you get inside, how usable it is, how clutch, can it be used in different archetype of lists and everything. We'll talk about all of this. The top is going to be the Iron Throne, those boxes that you absolutely want and you maybe even want to buy once or twice or thrice. The Kaiser's Sword is going to be those really top of the meta. Like, it's something you can buy with your eyes closed. If you like the design, you like the concept of the unit or whichever, absolutely buy it. For sure, it's always gonna work. Maybe don't spam it completely, but it's good. Working Cog is like you are the good piece in the machine if you buy it. It's always going to be useful. It's not auto buy at all, but it's always going to be good if you buy it. Sub Imperium Standard is exactly what it means. It doesn't mean it's a bad unit. It's a bad unit for the Imperium, but maybe other factions are jealous of this tier already. Again, I'm joking. We know it's not a competitive game, Dystopian Wars, but we will see that many things are strong, and we had to make this tier of like it's bad for the Imperium, because if we were making a cross-faction comparison, everything would be on top for the Imperium. And finally, we have Draugr, which is those zombies from the Scandinavians. I'm not sure, but we will see if there is a real box. Like, I put everything that's been released in there, only the boxes with flagships, not the little squadrons and everything. We will see if anything ends up there. Like, it's a box that I will not recommend you to buy for the Imperium, and yeah, I just remembered like one of them at least, yeah, is not so great to buy and you should avoid it, but we'll talk about it when it comes. They're randomly being scored. We will see how it goes. I see that very early we're gonna talk about the Ice Maiden, but it's gonna be a matter for another time because we are starting with the Falkenstein Battlefleet set. So the Falkenstein, I'm going on my hobby place to show you the boxes as well. By the way, as always, if you buy on my hobby place, you have minus 15% now. Yes, actually, let me check. But yeah, we had a little negotiation. It used to be minus 10%, now it's minus 15%. So for sure, like, and it's the last articles in stock for the Falkenstein. So jump on it. I'm like selling those stuff. Let me switch in English. Yeah, might be better like this. And yeah, minus 15% on my place, and you can give us 5% if you choose Love and Wargames in your basket. So thank you very much if you do this. The Falkenstein is quite interesting in that it's a battle carrier. So as you can see, it's made of resin, most of it, and you have some extra bits that you need to take from the Conrad, so the aircraft carrier version of the cruisers, and then you can build the Falkenstein. Currently, the Falkenstein is extremely strong. It's not completely OP, like it doesn't shock you as, oh my god, it's so OP, but it's so good. It's tough. It's as tough as a battleship. It has two heavy turrets, plus a small turrets, plus this entire Virling on top to absolutely obliterate. And I think that's flag barrage as well. Plus it sends aircrafts like an aircraft carrier, and it's quite cheap for what it does. It's if it, even if it was just an aircraft carrier, it would be relatively cheap. I don't know what to say. It's well, it's the Imperium. Get used to it. It's tough, fast, powerful, sends SRS tokens, has great utility, and again, the price is so low. If you are a meta chaser, buy three of those. Buy three of any box of the Imperium. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound like, oh my god, the Imperium is so crazy. I'm very happy. I am an Imperium player myself. Sometimes I play Scandinavians. It's very fun, but the Falkenstein is absolutely a good buy. Buy one if you want, currently. It's always going to be good. If you start to spam those things, if you spam anything in the Imperium, it's going to be hard. Probably in the 4th edition, again, all the balance is going to change. But just the concept of having an aircraft carrier that is a battleship, that is tough, that has these anti-air defenses as well, it's just great. Usually, half carrier, half battleship are not great. For the Imperium, they are, because just the positioning of the weapon is great. You stay at the back, you have those rockets that shoot very far. You can put heavy gun batteries if you want. You have even an extra rocket battery. I don't think you have a 4th one, like a second small gun battery. Rocket battery, but I think you do. Let me check, actually. Yeah, who am I kidding? It's the Imperium. Of course they have two small rockets and two large, and they can oh my god, that's true. That's not why it's so expensive. Like 235. Okay, let's not consider the meta. It is Armor 8 Saddle 15. And what they don't show you here is that you can replace those two things with a Gustav heavy bombard or a Bertha heavy bombard. So you have this thing staying in the back, almost unkillable, with ADV 9, Citadel 15, some SRS tokens, Inductorium, Spotter, and on top of that it has this extreme range as well, heavy artillery that can have blast. It's great. I cannot tell you anything else. It's great. It stays all the way at the end of the map. It shoots super far with its heavy artillery and its rockets and its anti-air defenses, and it sends 5 SRS tokens per turn. And okay, the only thing that it has weak is that it can get crippled fast. It has only 5 hull points. Well, fast. Armor 8, Citadel 15 still. But for 235 points, I think you buy it every single time, and you buy the upgrade for the phosphor shells every single time. Again, this is not... Remember that the meta will change. Remember that the meta will change, but it is still going to be the same weapons composition, so it's always going to be useful. It knows what it wants to do. It wants to save in the back and do everything, and it's great. It's an amazing ship. Love the concept. Plus, I think it looks cool. I know some people don't like it. I think it looks really, really cool. And then you have those basic sprues. Remember that you will not be able to build all the cruisers you want. You cannot build the aircraft carriers, all of them. I think you can build at least one, I believe. Anyway, you have 4 Arminius frigates. It says 2 here, but it's a mistake. Some Blitz and Bomber. Don't tell me it can take Blitz and... No, good. It cannot take Blitz and Bombers. That would have been way too strong. So you can have you have 1 Volsung class cruiser. Okay, you have 1 Volsung, 2 Sigma destroyers, 2 Arminius frigates, and 1 Blucher. Okay, I see the building composition. I'm sorry, I forgot what it was. Those are 2 different sprues. Let me zoom a bit. You have those support sprues here, where it's going to be the support that you take the bridge from, and so you're going to build it as a Volsung probably, or as the Reiter, maybe. Probably the Volsung is going to be better. And you have those, this is where the picture is wrong. Yeah, they put only one of them with the little gun on the top, which is the destroyer. And you see this one, and this one are the Arminius frigates, and it's supposed to be only 2 Arminius and 2 destroyers. That's where is the mistake in the picture, and I was getting confused. Oh no, okay, I got it. This one is a destroyer as well. You can see there is a little turret here. Okay, whatever. So you have 2 different sprues. One of the basic cruisers and one of the support cruisers, plus the Falkenstein. The price is 54, so 46 euros. With the 15% discount, which is a great deal. We're gonna see where we put it later on, but right now, guys, I want to put it all the way there. You have an amazing flagship in what it wants to do. It's not gonna be your only flagship, but it's great. You have 2 different sprues, very useful sprues, both of them, for a very cheap price, 54, before discounts. I think you want to buy a Falkenstein very early in your collection of the Imperium. Then we go to the Ice Maiden, and wow, the Ice Maiden is 114 euros. I think it's the single most expensive non-starter box of Dystopian Wars and Armored Clash as well. You've got the Ice Maiden, which is currently the largest ship in the game. It's a just massive chunk of resin. At some point, it can be considered a lethal weapon if you board a plane with it. Like, it's just so heavy. It's like a rock. It's like a big block of rock. It's massive. It looks so great on the table. We've played with it quite a few times in our earlier battle reports. We have a few of those. We have a few Ice Maidens. So feel free to watch. They have a few good configuration. The Ice Maiden is super strong. Imperium, surprise. There is 3 different variants. One of them is very fun, like it's more than 500 points each of them, but they have low armor and very low citadel. But they have like more than 30 hull points in total. What the hell, they have 10,000 special rules. I will not go in detail. The basic one is with all the Sturmbringer and Sturmclaws. It wants to shoot at point blank and it's not very efficient. Then you have also the Prinzessin Wilhelmina. Sorry for the pronunciation. 570 points with all the Volt, like 6 heavy Volt gun batteries, which is absolutely insane, and all the extra cannons. 10 SRS capacity plus 4 Blitzed bomber, it's like insane. And this is the one you see there, with 2 gun batteries here, 2 there, and 2 more in the back. But the main one, that is a terror. You understand how the game plays by now. It's going to be the Eiskaltschone. I'm sorry, I was not really. Eiskaltschonheit. 555 points, same crazy SRS capacity, cannot be dealt with easily, even if you make deep striking some robots and stuff, and it has 3 Gustav twin bombers, which is this super long extreme range heavy artillery. And this means you have just these blocks, 500 points, so it's 1/4 of your list, more than 1/4 of your list at 2,000 points, but it's gonna be there for 5 turns. And it's just every single turn, it's gonna obliterate something with the SRS, maybe 2, depending if you split with your Blitz and bombers and stuff, and it's gonna obliterate something else with its 3 Gustav heavy bombards. It's just an amazing model, but again, it's very expensive, it takes a lot of space. It can be countered because it's only armor 7 and Citadel 12 is very low, and it's all the gunnery reroll blanks against it and stuff. But it's such a great piece for the collection. You have 6 cruisers as well, 12 frigates, and all the SRS tokens. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. But it's a big investment. 114 euros. It's almost 100 euros, even with the discounts. It's going to be like 97 euros with a 15% discount. You do save about 20 euros on this, so absolutely use might be placed. And please score us on this if you do get it. It's an amazing ship, but it's so special. If you love it, I'm going to put it there. You know what? Scream at me in the saying like it's, oh my god, it's so OP, it's the most beautiful ship in the game. It is the largest ship in the game. We can debate about it in the comments. By the way, if you put a comment, if you don't know, you can win in this summer 2025. You can win a Union Armada, a massive aerial Union Armada, and you can also win a Dueum Force for Conquest. So let's start a discussion in the comments. The Ice Maiden for me, it's such an investment I cannot recommend for someone. Like, either you love it, you're like, oh my god, look at this giant iceberg that is also an aircraft carrier, and maybe it's your first purchase. If it is, you have 6 cruisers, like it's a fleet in a box. If you don't like it so much, and you already have a lot of Imperium, it means you're gonna get 6 extra sprues, and maybe you have too many already, just for the Ice Maiden, and then you're like, is it a good purchase? Maybe not. To be honest, I could also put it like this, but I will not because it's a great box. But it's not such a great box to buy, because you have 6 times the same sprues and a sprue that you will have elsewhere. Oh my god, am I gonna put it at sub-Imperium standards? Probably not, because it's such an... We will see. For now, we'll keep it here. You know what? I feel like Imperium players all over the world will scream. But I'm gonna put it in sub-Imperium standards. Not because I don't like the Ice Maiden. I love the Ice Maiden. If there was a box only with the Ice Maiden for cheaper, go for it. But the fact that you have 6 times the basic sprues in it, with it, means that yes, it's a good starter if you love the Ice Maiden, but it's very polarizing the whole game. But it's a good starter. But as soon as you start to play Imperium, you're like, oh, you know what? I want to go funky. I want to get the Ice Maiden. Then it's 114, let's say 100 euros with the discounts. And then I got so many sprues that I don't know what to do with. It's not a great box to buy. I love the Ice Maiden super carrier. The concept is great. The ship is very good to play. But the price of entry is too high because you have to have all those sprues with it. Now that I make all the Imperium players scream, what's next? I think, it's a Maximilian line breaker. Well, this guy is going to be the opposite. It's the first Zeppelin that we see here. I am going to show it on Wayland as well because they're the only ones with pictures. And yeah, basically it's a basic Zeppelin with some resin upgrade sprue. What can I say? It's amazing. It's an amazing ship. It looks great. It's faster with these little engines. It has this giant cannon in the back. It has those heavy rockets because it's a Zeppelin. It's not an aircraft carrier. And it has a shield generator. It costs 320 points, but for what you get, yeah, it projects a shield generator on all the other aircrafts. It's armor 7, citadel 13, with this giant, like it's going to be the linchpin for your aerial forces because they are fragile, but here they get shield generator, even if they were not supposed to have it. 4 heavy rocket batteries to the front. It has a giant uranium atomic bombs to the rear, so if you fly over something, it's dead. Heavy broadside, of course, twin heavy bombards. I think it also has storm veins to throw some lightning strike at closing range. Focus bombardments on your Gustav twin bombers, because why not? And heavy firepower, intro your fest. It's an amazing... Currently, what can I say? It goes all the way there. It's an amazing box. It's super cheap. It's an amazing ship. You don't have any extra fat. You only buy the Zeppelin to upgrade as a Maximilian. It's... How much it is? It's 35 pounds on Wayland. It's like 42 euros, so 35 euros with the discounts. It canceled the conversion of the money. And 35 euros for this ship is amazing. It's massive. You've seen it in the battle report, I think, already. The 3,000 points only aerial battle report that we've seen. There were like 3 Zeppelins in the Imperium side, so have a look if you want to see how it behaves in action. But it's such a brilliant ship. It's amazing. It's powerful. It's beautiful. You have only what you need in the box. I'm sorry, it goes all the way up, an Iron Throne. I feel there's going to be a lot of things all the way up for the Imperium. But it's an amazing... I don't have anything else to say. It's a great box. If you like the design, go for it. You can even buy it twice and you're not going to have any extra sprue that you don't want. This is the kind of box that we love. Thank you, War Cradle. It's a brilliant ship. It's very strong, yes. We will see in 4th edition if it gets nerfed a bit. But it's so great. The next one is going to be... Is it the Elector or the König? It's the Elector. The Elector Battlefleet set is 54 euros and it's the first one that has ever been released. Oh my god, they show the back. Yeah, my hobby place is great, but sometimes they don't show... Okay, this is the main page. Sometimes it's not very well organized either. Thank you, Wayland, as well. Can I show the content? Voila. So, the Elector Battlefleet set is the first box that was ever released for the Imperium. You have the Elector battleship, which can be built in a few different manners. The basic sprues, those that you get 6 of with the Ice Maiden. And you can make the Elector with the gun batteries in the front. There are a few named versions. The Brandenburg with the big cannons all around. I think it has a special rule to boost its artillery, but it's a very tough ship, the Elector. Probably you want it in the front line. You have the Kaiser, which is the option with all the gun batteries. Probably with the Kaiser you will anyway replace this heavy gun battery with a shroud, but again, this is a meta consideration that might change. Just the appearance is amazing. It looks brilliant. Love it. Do note that because of how the model is built, this turret cannot shoot left or right, and probably in 4th edition it's still going to be the same because it's stuck between those things. I don't know who designed that, but it means that you are feeling very happy to remove this and replace it with a generator. The very strong one though is the Tirpitz. I don't think this is the right configuration for the Tirpitz. Yeah, it is not correct. The Tirpitz is the one where basically a Kaiser where you replace this heavy gun battery with a shroud generator and it can teleport around. Yes, you heard that right. It's right there if you want to pause the video and look. It's armor 8, citadel 69 hull points before it gets crippled, 300 points. It has command codes, ablative armor with a mass of 8, elite crew, of course, maritime patrol, why not, voltaic, dex creeper, storm generator, maritime patrol, I've said this already, Inductorium as all the Imperium, disciplined, and it's just a brilliant flagship. You can only buy one in your list, which is great. And the only thing that saves the basic version of the Kaiser is that it's more modular and you have Fortunes of War as well. But those ships, you probably want to have 2 of those, which is gonna make me say that, you know what, usually I say, guys, don't buy twice the flagships, because we're gonna see later it's also the Elector that is in the starter set. So if you've seen a tier list already, you know that usually I put them in the bottom. But here, because you probably want both a Kaiser and a Tirpitz, you're probably gonna want to buy both this and the starter set. And you know what, I see that the starter set is all the way to the back. I'm gonna change a little bit the randomness that is usually there, and I'm gonna talk to you right away about the Imperium starter set, which is 72 euros, so 60 euros with a discount, about 61.2, which is basically the Elector Battlefleet set. And as an extra, you get 2 support sprues. So the Conrad, you can also make the Reiter, the anti-air version, which is going to be more and more important because all the aerials are coming. The French Levant became aerials, the Koreans are coming, the Spanish are coming, and it's becoming more and more relevant to have the Reiter. You have all the things. Yes, you don't need any more in 4th edition, which is coming. You will not need either the rule set, either the cards, but the tokens, you're still going to need them, even though there are going to be some new tokens as well. You're also going to need the movement, the dice, all of them stay the same. You have the world map as well that you keep as well. It's still a very good box with a very good ships. So I'm going to put... Do I put it all the way up there as well? But yes, it's so good. 60 euros, you have all of that. Like 4 plastic sprues, these massive resistance ships, all the little goodies and everything you need to start. Still a great deal. And I'm keeping the Elector here. Though I see what's coming next. You have so many different ships. You know what? I'm still going to put the Elector in Draugr. It's not as bad a purchase as for other factions, because you can want to spam the Elector if you want. And it's going to be a very powerful fleet. But probably in the Imperium, you don't want to spam specifically this ship, and you want to make a collection with a few different, very powerful things. But yeah, the starter set, even though you lose the value on the rulebook and the cards, is still incredible value, even just for the miniatures. We then go with the Signs of the Jutland. Oh my god, banger after banger. The Signs of the Jutland. This set is 100 euros. It's one of the larger box set. So 86.69, nice, after reduction. And my god, look at everything that you've got. You have the Valhalla, which is currently, we've had this long discussion with some friends of playing Dystopian Wars. Points for points, the Valhalla is currently probably the strongest ship in the game, bar none. You just replace this heavy rocket battery with a shroud generator, and then it's insane. It's absolutely insane. It's incredible, the utility. It is a great battleship. It's very fast, very tough. It shoots well. It has these Stormbreakers in the front that is going to obliterate anything in front. Great broadside. Insane boarding. It's going to be a carnage on anything. Good defense. It's a linchpin for your force, and it sends also a boosted SRS token, which are the little submarines that you see here that it sends around. And all of this for 338 points. Again, temporary. 4th edition will come, it will change, but it's still going to be a ship that does everything. It has battleship resilience, 8 armor, 15 citadel, hull points 9. They're not going to change that much. It has 2 Stormbreakers in the front, 3 heavy air weapons. One of them you will probably want always to replace for a shroud, because then it becomes impossible to deal with this guy. Yes, it has vulnerable stern, but your enemies will be running away from you and not the other way around. Fury generator, so it's Frey 15 going all the way to Frey 19. With Walls of the Sea rebolling everything. It's a carnage on anything. Plus 4 midget sub, which are hard to intercept. I don't even think you can intercept them. And they do a lot of damage. Hammer sweep, so it's very fast. It's speed 6 plus hammer sweep. It's gonna be just gonna go straight. And the Fury is gonna be like as fast as most of the cruisers, going straight at you for the throat. Heavy firepower, of course. The Stormbreakers are insane. You can put escort tokens, ADV of 10, sure. And of course you're going to attach 2 Hoth to make sure that it's even stronger than it is, and the Hoth combo well with these guys. Best ship in the game, for me, bar none. You have some other versions that you can build, the helicopter carrier versions and the name versions for your mercenaries. Because this fleet can also be used as a mercenary fleet for any other faction in the game, and you probably want that because they are so strong. The Hoth are those little frigates. They can be attached 2 by 2 either to a squadron of cruisers either to this little Valhalla himself. You have the basic Jotun and Gungnir and Odin, I think it is. All the variants of the Scandinavians have their own trick. They are very powerful, very good, all of them. They're a little bit glass cannon compared to the rest of the Imperium, but they are so efficient for their point cost. Then you have the special version, the Thor, which is very beautiful with this, but is maybe like it's just very powerful in reserve. You have the Loki, which is so useful. You have all the variants are great. You have also the Valkyries, which is hard to deal with. They are aerials, and they are very, very powerful. Can be attached to the Odin, of course, for very powerful combos. I'm not going to go too much in detail. You have those adorable escort tokens as well, the Valley Midget subs token, and you have two of those guys, which are absolutely insane. You can play that if you buy this box twice, which actually is not a terrible idea if you want to play pure Scandinavian. You have those insane Einjar Colossi, which are the best Colossi in the game, again, bar none. They are, for the point cost, they are tough, they shoot well, they board well, they make good ramming action, they shoot efficiently, and you can play them 4x4. We called our 4 Einjar with the names of the singer and singress of ABBA, because of course, and it's nice to have Bjorn coming to save the day every single time. This box is insane. But even if you you're not a meta slayer, because this box wins you tournaments. Even if you're not a meta slayer, this box is very fun to play. It is tricky, like I'm not gonna say it like Eldar, but if you get caught up in the open, it's gonna be difficult. You have to play with terrain. They are vulnerable to SRS spam, those guys, and it can be difficult. But apart from that, they look amazing. They are brilliant miniatures. For me, they are the most beautiful cruisers for the Imperium, the most beautiful Colossi as well, the most beautiful flagship. I love this box very, very much. And on top of that, it can be played as mercenaries for everyone. So there is no debate. It goes all the way up there. Like, no debate. You know what? It goes all the way at the beginning. Probably one of the best box, not only for the Imperium, but in the entire game to buy. Whatever faction you want to start the game. You have another faction, you want to have mercenaries. You are Imperium, you want more Imperium. This is an amazing, insane value of a box. Everything is beautiful, everything is playable, everything is strong. And I just love this one so much. And yes, it's 186 euros with the discount, 0.69, nice. But you have to buy this box if you like the design and you like the concept. I cannot recommend. This is the box that I would recommend the most out of the entire game for now. Again, we'll have to see in 4th edition if it's good as well, but everything is good. And there's submarines as well, the Fenrir submarines. You've seen them many times. They provide the long-range backline fire support that otherwise the Scandinavians like. They are beautiful submarines, they look very German, and they are just very efficient as well, of course. Love this box. I'm not angry at the Imperium being very strong. I just wish the other factions would be boosted to their level of power, because the Imperium, all the rules work well. They have good combos, good synergy, you understand how it's supposed to be played, and they have a new rules writer from Apparat class that are coming to remake Dystopian Wars, and I'm pretty sure all the factions are going to be as fun and as enjoyable to play as the Imperium in 4th edition. But the Imperium, you can play it in 3rd edition already, and it's going to be amazing. And if you buy this box, please support us, because it would make me happy to see that I made someone buy a Valhalla, Scions of Jutland box that I call a Valhalla box because, of course, the best box of the game currently. Then we go with the Sturginium Skies. Okay, Sturginium Skies is the starter set that features the Imperium. This box is the price of the Ice Maiden, 114 euros, so 96. It's a 2-player starter set, so you have not only Imperium, you have one half for the Imperium and one half for the Crown. We've talked about the Crown part already, it's okay. The Imperium part, however, it's very good. However, I will put it as quite low as always, you know how it is, because you need to have a friend that plays Crown and that wants those ships. Not all the Crown players will want this half, to be honest. It's an extra effort. You have great things. You have the Zeppelin. You have 2 sprues of support Zeppelins and stuff. Like, it's good. But I'll be honest, you have other ways to access those miniatures. If you find it, there are two moments where it's going to be great. If you find this box for cheap, like a shop has it, and it's not at minus 15% like in my own place, but it's like minus 30, minus 40%. I mean, you can dream. If you find it at these kind of prices, yes, buy just for the Imperium, and then sell for very cheap the crown part, and you can sell for cheap the extra dice and templates and everything, because you have for 2 players, sure, go for it. Or if you already have a crown friend that wants to start the game as well with you, and he's interested in this beautiful ship, the Canadians are great, the Orcas are very good, Tinted Shells are very efficient now, the Pridens are still one of the staples, if you, staples or staples, they're very important for the crown. And if your friend wants to buy it, sure, split it, it's a great deal, then it's a great box, all the way up, also in the Iron Throne. But otherwise, I am going to put it down in sub-Imperium standards, because you really need to make an effort to make it work. And why you make it work? Okay, the randomness was good. Why I don't recommend it? Because you have this box, the Zeppelin Battlefleet set, for 60 euros, so 50 with a discount compared with the price. You have basically the same half, so you don't have to make the effort of selling the crown part, blah 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 blah, for nearly the same price. Yes, you don't have the extra cards and tokens and everything, yes, but for nearly the same price, you have exactly this. The Zeppelin, that you can build as literally the Zeppelin here, or the Stark Imperium aircraft carrier, or the named Stark Imperium aircraft carrier, which is good as well. And you have all the very powerful Imperium aerials. They used to be completely OP, like many things in the Imperium, but they've been nerfed and nerfed and nerfed again. And now they're still very lethal, but they are very fragile as well. So they're extreme glass cannons, and they are harder to play. If you do manage to hide them somehow, because they're aerial, so you need either to put them in reserve set or use aerial terrain if you use it, and I recommend you use it, or you need to just overwhelm the enemy with threats and he will not be able to deal with them. If they get at point blank, especially the Munich right here, and all that, your enemy is gonna not be able to deal with it. The Mass 2s were weaker than the Mass 1s for a while. Now they've been boosted, while the Mass 1s have been nerfed, and now they're much better. The flagship is beautiful, beautiful, and they're well within 4th edition, but you're never going to be sad to have 1 or 2 or 3 Zeppelins. One of them is probably going to want to be a Maximilian, again, for this shield bubble. There are other ways to get shield bubble for the aerials, we will talk about it later. With the König, oh no, maybe, no, sorry, my bad. König only works for the surface unit. So yeah, you will want a Maximilian if you go very strong with some air forces. Remember the Maximilian all the way up in Iron Throne. And you have those adorable escort tokens. They're just brilliant, I love them. And some SAS tokens, all of these for 50 euros. It goes all the way up to, I've got to put everything in the Iron Throne now. It goes in Kaiser Sword, because I don't want to put everything in the Iron Throne, but what can I say? It's very good as well. 50 euros, look at what you get. A fleet in a box, it's very fun, it's beautiful, it's amazing. And we will, at the end of the video, rebalance this. But it's an amazing box. Brilliant units, brilliant design, great value, it's cheap, it's incredible. Love the Imperium. Then we go with the König Battlefleet set. Another great box. Well, yeah, everything is great for the Imperium, what can I say? It's... Bless you, my love. The König is basically an Elector Battlefleet set. Basically the same. You have some little upgrade because you can make the Ferdinand class cruisers. It's basically a Teutonic Knight box. There might be later on the Jerusalem class fleet ship that is going to be released. We believe that it's either going to be very end of 3rd edition if it comes in soon, or it's going to be in the 4th edition. There's going to be the Teutonic Knight. It's going to be this beautiful aircraft carrier that used to be called the Asgard, but the Asgard is not one of the Scandinavian one. It looks insane. It looks, for me, like to be the coolest aircraft carrier in the game in surface. Aerial, there are more, but in surface, it looks like the coolest one of them all. But it's not released yet. But if you want to start collect some Teutonic Knights, this is a good box. The König is an experimental generator bubble shield ship. They have been nerfed because they used to be meta breaking. You just put layer after layer after layer of buff on ships that were not meant for this. So you just had this giant bubble of invisible ships, and your enemy, if he didn't have this, he felt like he was fighting much more point than he had to deal with, especially since the König is very tough as well. You have the Ferdinand, which is an amazing ship. I need to stop saying that for every single ship of the Imperium, but yeah, the Ferdinand, 121 points. auto-firing solution. So it basically means you have rerolls on top of that. Will take it's disciplined. You have a spear slower. You have the autocannon on the top. 2 heavy Volgun batteries. It's Teutonic, so you're gonna get some reparations and stuff. You can gain also extra hulls for 5 points per model. It's a great ship by default. Like it's, let's say, glass cannon-ish, because it's very good at doing damage through boarding, through shooting, through everything. It can even be attached to a Teutonic flagship. So you do want at least 1 Ferdinand, which is good. It's what you can build. And you're gonna attach it to the König. And the König is 260 points. With Elector levels of resilience, armor ace, 16, 7 hull points, it's going to project its own shield, so it's going to be a list from this. Of course, you're going to put shroud somewhere in there. Maybe you're going to put repulsion, maybe magnetic, maybe shield, maybe not. But yeah, probably currently magnetic, shroud, and something else. 4th edition, we'll see how it changes. And it's such a great... it has a Stormbreaker and 2 Stormclaws, sure. It's just a great ship. And you have those incredible Sigimar destroyers, but especially the Toten destroyers and Blitz and everything. It's a great box, 54 euros, 45, 46 after discounts. It's a great box. You know what, this one I'm only gonna put it in Kaiser Swords. You know what, I need to put something in working cog at some point. It is extremely powerful. No, it's great, it's a great box. It's a great ship, it's a great box. It's fleet in the box in the sense like you put the König, you attach a Ferdinand, and then you have some support. It's quite cheap. It's Imperium standards, all goes up. Like it's very, very good. We're gonna go next with the Tempelhof, the dedicated surface aircraft carrier, 54 euros as well. You get 2 support cruisers, so those that do the Konrad, the Reiter, and the Volsung. Yes, you can make the Volsung. Also 4 Totens, which is a big part of why I'm going to put this box so high. Those Totens are just a threat. They are extremely lethal glass cannons, but damn do they punch. They just obliterate battleship at point blank if you put electric weaponry on them. Support cruisers are great. You have Blitz and Bombers, which you want on the table, especially with the Blitz and Raid special rule. Well, see if it stays in 4th edition, I hope yes. Even though I keep crying when it happens to me, but it's such a cool thematic rule. And the Tempelhof is just great. It is an aircraft carrier with, again, some good durability, but only armor 7, citadel 13, 6 hull points. So it is an aircraft carrier in terms of resilience. And the thing that it doesn't have crazy firepower. It does have Freya Array, which helps a bit with the firepower. Only 8 SRS tokens. And this guy makes me say almost, this is weak for the Imperium, but it would be a good ship in any other fleet. So if we go by default, it would be in sub-Imperium standards, somewhere like there, if we talk only about meta. But it is a beautiful ship. It can be upgraded currently for 55 points, so damn, it's a glass cannon then. But then you send half of your normal SRS token, but you replace those 4 SRS tokens that you lose by 4 Blitz and Bomber SRS token. Let me tell you, like, the SRS tokens are powerful. Blitz and Bombers are OP and will obliterate anything on their path. I will put it into those words. Blitz and Bombers are a world apart from basic SRS tokens. So yes, you pay plus 55 points, but let me tell you, you want to buy this. You can also have cheap aerial escorts. I understand why the basic escorts are 8 points, and I know you pay plus 2 to have them aerial, so they are harder to destroy. Sure, fine. Escorts should be free. And if you play local meta and stuff, put all the escorts free for everyone, and it's much more beautiful on the table and more fun. The Tempelhof I really like. I will not put it in sub-Imperium standards because, yes, it's weaker than the Falkenstein, for example, or many other things. It is a dedicated aircraft carrier, but it is beautiful, in my opinion. It is a good box with support cruisers that you don't have everywhere, unlike the frontline cruisers. And you have Blitz and Bomber, and it is still going to be able in 4th edition to send Blitz and Bombers. It's one of the few ships, except some very dedicated, very powerful ships, that can send Blitz and Bombers. So you know what, I'm going to put it in working cog. Because yes, I think it's a good box for the price. You have a nice aircraft carrier, so it's not completely OP, except if you buy the Blitz and Bombers. But then the point costs reflect that. You have good sprues. If you like the Tempelhof, buy it, you will not be sad. But it's not something that I will recommend for the new starting players to buy first. So yeah, it goes in working cog. we are reaching the end with the Ragnarök. There's still going to be one, yeah, there's going to be one box after. But for now, we have the Ragnarök Battlefleet set. Scandinavian force, 54 euros. You get 2 sprues of the basic cruisers for the Scandinavian, so the Jotun, Odin, and Gungnir for Hoth, and that's it. So you don't have the escort tokens, which are with the support Scandinavian one. And you have the Ragnarök, which currently is good. It's basically a smaller, cheaper, yeah, it's a little brother of the Valhalla. It was released before. The Ragnarök itself is good, but there is a named version that is insane. The Ragnarök, 235 points, good armor, low citadel, fine hull points. It fights until the end with Walls of the Sea, so you really need to sink it. It has also Freight 13 Fury Generator, so almost as good boarding as the Valhalla. You can buy him the Voltaic Deck Sweeper, but I'm not sure you need. Hammer Sweep, very, very fast as well. Vulnerable Stern as well. Very good ship. You are a bit sad if you put the Shroud Generator on it, because then you only have one heavy Vulcan battery, and then you're not sure to make as many damage. But probably you want to do that anyway, because his main damage is anyway going to be from the Stormbreaker, maybe linking with 2 hull that you're going to buy him with. And still good. But there is especially the name version, so you pay an extra 30 points, but damn do you get things. You cannot remove the second gun battery, okay, but you gain Focus Gunnery for your Stormbreaker, very good. Devil's Unlock, incredible. And you gain Discipline on top. So the enemy really needs to dedicate firepower to deal with him. Just, even if it's at the red level of Disorder, is still gonna do his business. Incredible ship. And then you can take you can still take 4 escort tokens. The Dangeld is a great ship for Devil's Unlock. We will see in 4th edition how it is. I'm not gonna rank it as high, because to be honest, at some point I'm gonna buy twice the Valhalla box, the Scions of Jutland box, because it's such a great deal. But if you don't want to spend 100 and 100, so now 86 and 86, you can buy 86 and 54, 45 with the discounts. It's basically half the price. You do have half the sprues, even less than half the sprues, but it's still going to be good. Like the Ragnarök, if you play pure Scandinavians, great. If you don't play pure Scandinavians, you have other sources of Fortunes of War and Devil's Unlock and stuff, and maybe you want 2 Valhallas instead of 1 Valhalla and a Ragnarök, but it's still a very good ship. I'm gonna put it in Kaiser's Sword, maybe Working Cog, all the way up of Working Cog, because it is a complement to the Valhalla. I would never recommend to buy Ragnarök instead of a Valhalla currently. Even in terms of appearance, the Valhalla has better configuration, it's cooler, it has better sprues, better everything. So yeah, it goes in Working Cog. It's a good ship. If you play pure Scandinavian, go for it. You will want a Ragnarök at some point. But otherwise, it's a good box, but not a super high priority. Very last box, the Hochmeister, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, Battlefleet set. And those guys I really like. Oh, the last items in stock. Those guys, 54 euros for 3 models only, but they're great. I will say that maybe, I don't know, they're super cool. You can see the picture right now. They are giant robots. They're a little bit like the Einir. They're a little bit less strong currently, but it's something that can change with the meta in the 4th edition and everything. They have 2 variants, the Metzger, if I remember correctly. Metzger, which is the shooty version. I think it's this one, if you see the mouse on the screen. And they have the Hochmeister, which is the version with melee weapon. It can be a sword, can be a giant mace, very cool. It also has the hand, it has some, I think you can grab an enemy with it. And 2 cannons on the shoulders, which I think you can replace one of them with a generator, for example, a shroud. Or any generator that is going to be good in 4th edition. I just think it looks very cool. I think 3 of those is great. You can make a big pack of those. You can magnetize them. If you magnetize them, it's great. Otherwise, build 1 of each and the last one, see which one you want to do. I personally really like the appearance, kind of like the Dominus Knight of Warhammer with the gun batteries on the shoulder. I think it looks amazing. But you can build them however you want. It would go all the way up there in Kaiser Swords, but I do remember there is a smaller box which we don't cover, which is Beyond Sturginium Sky, something like this. Yeah. where the difficulty is that you need to share it with the other players, but it's great for the Imperium, goddamn. You pay the same price as the Hochmeister box, a little bit cheaper. You have two Hochmeister, so you miss one, sure. But in exchange, you have some extra. First of all, you have campaign book to have extra dice. You have those ships, two sprues for the crown support sprues that you can sell to any crown player around, and you get some platforms as well, and you get some also mine tokens, and okay, those are very nice as well for the same price, because I don't think you're ever gonna play three Hochmeister / Metzger in the same list. So two is enough, and for the same price, you know what, I'm gonna add it. I don't usually add this. Usually I don't even cover the Beyond boxes for any faction. Beyond Sturginium Skies, Beyond the Promethean, Beyond the Hunt for the Prometheus, Beyond Fortune and Glory, they're not so great. But this for the Imperium, of course for the Imperium. It's a great box actually. So I'm gonna add it. And it goes up there, Kai's of Sword, Beyond, like, it's exactly what you need. You get some extra platforms, which are not amazing, but it's great terrain. And you have enough Hochmeister to make one of each and probably magnetize. And then the Hochmeister go down. Like, if you only want this, you don't want platforms, and you want to play full robots, great. You want your two Heineyars, maybe four, and three Metzger / Hochmeister, go for it. Otherwise, Beyond the Sturginium Skies is a great, great box. So I'm going to recommend it like this. So let's have a look. Do we agree on all of this? First, the Iron Throne, we have indeed the Valhalla box, like best box in the game. I'm keeping it here. You can find me in the comments, but you better have some good arguments, like good points, to make me say that it's not one of the best boxes in the game. The Falkenstein is still very, very good. Like, I'm no denying that. Like, it's a box you will always want quite early. You will not want to spam it at all, but it is a very good box. Maximilian is very cheap, also very good box. The Imperium Starter Set that I'm going to keep a little bit lower, because you do lose the rulebook and the cards that are not used anymore. So maybe there's going to be a new starter set, but even without counting the things that you lose, it's still a very good deal of what you get in the box, just miniature-wise. Plus you have extra stuff, which is good, extra dice and everything, movement tools. But just for the miniatures, it's already great. Zeppelin Battlefleet set, also a great deal. Maybe I should put it a little bit downer. No, it's great. It's a brilliant box. The König, also very good. Like it has a great utility. It's a fleet in the box. It's amazing. Beyond the Sturginium Skies, as we've said, it's the same price as the Hochmeister, except you have lots of extra stuff, some crown to sell, or to start a crown army if you want, or to use as to decorate your Hochmeister. You can decorate them with, like, kind of like they captured the enemy ships and they just get some bits on them. Like, could be fun conversion project, kind of like Chaos Knight, but a version of the Imperium. Could be fun. And you have some great platforms that are great for terrain, mostly for terrain. And you have some mine tokens, some objective tokens, so great deal. For the same price, you have three Hochmeister, so if you really don't care about terrain and everything, go for it. But it's an okay box, like 54 euros, 45 with discount for three giant robots that are very powerful is great. Ragnarök, also a very good box, maybe not the first purchase, but if you play pure Scandinavian, or you just like to play those guys and you don't want to invest in a Valhalla box because you are mad, then sure, buy the Ragnarök box. Tempelhof, also good dedicated carrier. Not what the Imperium is specialist at, but the Blitz and Bombers are very strong, and I think it looks good. I know some people don't like the Tempelhof. I think it looks good modern carrier, I like it. The Ice Maiden goes down because it's such a polarizing purchase. I'm not even talking about in the game. I'm not even talking about polarizing in the game, but it is just, you have 6 crews of the default cruisers, and that's why it goes so low. And the Ice Maiden is not something you play every single game, so it goes low in the purchasing order for the collection, but it's a brilliant piece if you want to add it. The Sturginium Skies, again, if you find, like, you can just buy the Zeppelin for almost the same price. If you find it super cheap at a local friendly gaming store, or if you have a crown player that wants to share it for sure buy it. And if your friend that plays Crown wants to buy this Sturginium Skies, make sure that you also share the Beyond the Sturginium Skies box. And finally, the Elector Battlefleet set, which is sad, but someone has to be at the bottom, because if you want to buy another Elector, maybe you just pay 10 or 15 euros more and you have more dice, you have 2 more sprues of support, you have the tokens and everything with the starter set. Alright, we are reaching the end of this video. Let me know if you agree with what I've said. Let me know in the comments. You can get a chance to win a Union Armada or a Dwegum Army for Conquest. Hope you enjoy this type of content. As always, if you do, thumbs up, it really helps. And subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, so you see the next videos coming soon as it is released. Share the video if you would like, and maybe keep the link if you want to purchase some Imperium in a few months so you don't miss it. Thank you guys for having watched until the end, and until the next video, remember to keep things fair in love and war games. Bye!